Hi, this is Nikki, and I'm here to share the messages that I get from Spirit and from all of our higher selves that are helping us on this journey to unconditional love. Love of the journey, love of the soul group that are most definitely helping us back into our one true divine loves and our divine partnerships. And so I do divine love healing. I connect to your souls and get you the messages that your souls want you to know to put you on your highest path. And as well as that, I basically see everything like a film. So I give you a write-up of everything I see, a 3-card angel reading, plus a guided mantra. And it's all about being able to lift the blocks away from your heart so you can open up your heart more fully to love. So, and because where your twin is in your heart. So if you can move out of fear, anxiety, worry, and all the ego, and go further and further into your heart space, it allows you to have signs, synchronicities, open up this whole doorway to have an actual communication with your twin in, you know, much more a free flow. And allows you to sit much more comfortably in your heart space. And that's what it's all about on this journey. It's all about knowing to go into your heart, to release all fears, to trust in your journey, and trust that the universe has your back. Because if you're a twin flame, then you are destined to be together. There's no doubt about it. You're needed to raise the planet in love and light. So as well as that, I do, so for that healing, it's only £20 at the moment. And I'm also doing bundles. So if you buy 2, you get 3. If you buy 3, you get 4. If you buy 4, you get 5, 6, 7, 8, you get 10. And the reason for that is just because people come back to me all the time, because I know what it's like. As soon as I could start doing this for myself, it completely changed my journey, because instead of focusing on this ego stuff around, oh, why isn't he contacting me? And, you know, understandably looking at all that kind of so-called reality stuff, as soon as I stopped doing that and focused on the connection that I had in my heart, it was so much easier to just trust and have faith in the journey. So as well as that, I do a crystal grid. So I was guided to set this up for me and my twin for our reunion on the Lion's Gate. It is a grid that is based on Holy Fire Reiki and crystals. So it's a crystal grid. You receive, if you join the grid, then you receive a photo of the grid, which is like this. You receive a piece of rose quartz, which I infuse with the energies. And it's all about, and it's based on the forest lovers that are entwined for eternity around the oak tree. So it's using the crystal energies and the earth energies and the tree energies to actually ground this amazing spiritual connection that we have in our heart, that we have that's all around us in the 5D, into our actual reality. Because what we are needed to do is actually to ground this energy of unconditional love onto the planet. So that is your purpose. So with the rose quartz, the rose quartz is the stone of unconditional love. And when you meditate with that, it balances your energies with you and your twin, but also helps to ground this into the planet. So if you join the grid, you're in it for life. I just need your names. And then what happens is every week I do a healing for everyone on the grid. And everyone that joins basically then will benefit from all of the healings I do and all of the guidance that I do, that I put on the grid, and things that I'm told to do with the grid. So basically it's not just about your twin flame though, it's all about creating the life of your dreams. It is all, because once you are doing the life of your dreams for yourself, you're vibrating at the right level. Because remember, again, this is an energetic journey. It's a journey of discovering that everything is energy. It's a journey of discovering that the love is the highest vibration possible. It's the journey of discovering that actually everything other than love is just an illusion. And that's what we're here to learn. And that's what we're here to be, you know, the sort of the shining light, to show that to people, to show that actually living in love, doing things you love, doing the job you love, doing everything out of love and not, you know, out of love, born out of love, is basically what we're here to do. So I'm just going to share a message. So just quickly, this was really funny. Yesterday I said that I went to a Star Wars thing. My flatmate took me with his friend, and it was hilarious because you have to actually choose your identity. So you can choose different characters, and it was very symbolic, the whole thing. It's all about, you know, how you grow up and the choices that you make, and, you know, do you have a, you know, are you spiritually minded? All of these things. But both of the guys that I was with, there was a character that looks, I mean, what I didn't realise is that Princess Leia and Luke Skywalker were twins. That was the first thing on the first part of the exhibition. It told us that. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't know that. Anyway, the characters, guess what the characters were that my flatmate and his friend chose? They chose to be a lobster. Well, the character looked like a lobster. It was sort of Admiral something or other. So right at the end, you get to see your character up on the massive big screen. And both of the guys that I was with was a lobster. So, you know, and they had chosen very similar things for themselves. So, you know, and it is all about, and both of them, I thought that they would, right at the end, you got to choose between the light and the dark side. And I thought, I bet they're going to, well, especially my flatmate, I bet he's going to choose the dark side just because. But both of them went to the light side. The other interesting thing is one of them, he's just started to do a program because he went to rehab. So it was really interesting because, again, you know, potentially these, you know, both having a spiritual kind of awakening, really. Certainly my flatmate, well, he can't help it because he lives with me. So, but really interesting. It was just so fascinating. So another more evidence. The other thing is somebody sent me today, they woke up to their twin had texted them a song, and the song was God Only Knows by the Beach Boys. Now, when I searched for that song, yesterday, the song was St. Elmos Fire. And in that song, it had reference to the eagle. And again, I mean, these messages are just so amazingly how intertwined they all are. But in the God Only Knows clip, the clip that I chose, it was by Eagle Rock. And, you know, again, the lyrics to that, God only knows what I would do without you, right? So that is definitely the feeling. And the healings that I'm doing and the analogy that I woke up with this morning is that, you know, like when a little boy, if you have a toddler and they're a bit shy and they go to a party and they might go to run in and then suddenly they realise, oh, there's lots of people, and they'll come back and they go behind your legs and they put their head around the side. So that is the analogy that I'm getting. And especially for my divine twin, I know that because he sent me something this week and then, of course, he's gone, you know, he's reverted back again. So it's almost like, again, we had this before, but it's the analogy of putting your feet, when you're a toddler and you go into the water and you put your feet in the water and you see how it goes and then you go back again, right? So it's so they're testing how you're reacting things. So that's why don't react. So if they're doing things to push your buttons, the best thing I can say is just don't react, because they might be testing you to see what happened from before, right? So I know that I used to really overreact with my twin and go mental. And so I know that potentially part of it might be that he's just seeing how by not responding, that he might just see what my reaction is. And of course, now I'm speaking this and it's just flowing through. That's obviously his height. Because remember, your higher selves are joined. So when you're not consciously thinking about your thoughts and that's them coming through. So whenever I do these videos, actually, I never prepare anything. So I know that whatever comes through is just what flows through from our higher selves. So, you know, that obviously is it. They might be testing you based on past things, right? Because what they want to do is they want to know if they're making the jump from situations, relationships, people, things, they have to leave everything behind. They want to know for sure, right, that is going to be the right thing. And of course, that's quite scary to do that, especially if they're in relationships, especially if they have to leave everything behind. So just be aware, just be careful of that. Just note that is definitely what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a little boy going up behind, you know, wanting to run forward but being frightened, going behind the legs, and then, you know, having your head come out because he's wanting to look, he's wanting to go forward, but he's just a bit scared. So this is feedback from somebody, so I'm just going to share this. So there have been so many resonating messages recently, it's difficult to even keep track. So much has happened with my twin as well. So this lady, she's in actual quite close contact with her twin and sees him quite a lot. I wanted to send you some signs I've been experiencing recently since your last healing. I've felt a shift in myself in the past couple of weeks, really grounding myself and working on codependency with my twin. I found that the more I'm doing this, he's more open and responsive. I can tell he is trusting me more to be balanced, which in turn is helping him to work on his own growth. He was out of town last weekend with minimal contact, but I kept in my heart space and was guided to connect with him. Again, not out of fear. I wasn't feeling that at all as in the past, but with confidence that he would in fact love to hear from me. And if I don't hear back, to not take it personally. Upon his return, he reached out to say thank you for staying connected to him while he was away, that he did appreciate it very much. She says that she finally watched La La Land, and there were so many signs in it, which is true, right? There's a particular song in La La Land where it says, take that leap of faith. We are the dreamers. We are the poets. We are the ones who dare to dream and dare to love bravely. And that's so important, right? To know that your journey is so specific to you, right? The answer to all of your dreams is in your heart, right? And so that's why the healing is so important, and that's why it helped me so much, which is why I'm guided to want to do it to help you, because actually it's not until you go into your heart space, and that's where your connection is with your twin, that's where you get your peace. And when you're in peace, that's when you can let the universe flow with you, right? And when you let the universe, when you're opening your heart effectively to ask the universe to bring me peace, bring me joy, bring me happiness, bring me love, right? You're completely letting yourself be open to everything that the universe wants to bring you. And so that is why this is so much about, when I say about, yes, it's your twin flame journey, but much, much more than that. It's about fulfilling what you're here to do, what you signed up to do, which was to bring unconditional love down onto the planet. So when you look at the bigger picture and you open your heart up to that bigger picture, it allows you to sit much more comfortably in a peaceful place. And when you're in a peaceful place, of course, you're vibing at that level with your twin. Your twin feels that. So you're much more open to them coming, open to them being, you know, you're basically opening a doorway through your heart. And so if you think about anyone, if they open a doorway through the heart, you're much more open to going there. So she just says that one of the things, you know, that you can see all the way through, that connections with your twin, right? And that your twin's higher self working through him. Because all the time, right, the first thing my twin said to me when I first met him was, oh my God, I've met the female version of me. And so yeah, you really did. But at the time I didn't know, at the time he didn't know, but he said it, right? Because he was much more open to just letting his higher self work through him. So that's what you have to remember. It is written in your heart, right? Don't worry, don't focus on the 3D, focus on your heart space. And so the lady finishes off by saying, I'm definitely going to get some more healings. I'm getting lots of 3D stuff sorted out at the moment, but you'll be hearing from me soon. Sending love and light and wishing on the stars, dreaming big for all of our unions and for all of our lives to be the most amazing possible. Well, and that's what I hope that everyone keeps wishing for every single other person, because the power of doing it collectively is huge, and that's what we're here to do. We're here to live the dream and live in the heart. All right, I hope that helps. Take care. Have a good one.